Yo guys, I've got a spark which I'm going to use to ignite the fire for a brand new episode on Christmas Day of all things, because Christmas Day marks the first day of the 12 days of Christmas. It's a common misconception that the 12 days of Christmas are the 12 days leading up to Christmas, but the actual truth behind the matter is that the 12 days of Christmas are the 12 days marked from the start of Christmas, Jesus' birth on the 25th, up until the arrival of the three wise men with gifts. So they travelled to visit Jesus, and it took them 12 days to get there from his birth, hence why the 12 days of Christmas are actually celebrated one day after the other, for starting on Christmas Day and finishing on January 5th, which is 12 days later. So, to go alongside the 12 days of Christmas, I have shifted things up a little bit and have created an event on the channel known as the 12 Days of Skylands. So every single day for the next 12 days, we're going to have a brand new upload. Not every single one is going to be Christmas themed. They are going to all be Skylanders videos, however, and they are going to premiere at the exact same time each and every day, that being 8 PM UK time. And today, it's kicked off on Christmas Day with the Skylanders Imaginators Christmas Roulette. Now, it wouldn't be Christmas time if not for my generosity, so I am going to be giving you all a very special gift, which is the opportunity to win a giveaway. If you want to find out how to win the giveaway, and if you want to find out what I'm actually giving away, well, you can skip ahead to this part in the video for all that, but I would recommend you stick around because the roulette is a ton of fun, and we're going to get into the roulette as well as the rules and the gameplay as soon as I'm finished talking about the 12 days of Skylands as is. That was the exciting announcement I wanted to open up the video with, the fact that we have the 12 days of Skylands now to look forward to, where we're going to have one new video every single day premiering at 8 PM for the 12 days of Skylands. And obviously we're going to have my Christmas jumper and my Santa hat along the way, because it wouldn't be much of a Christmas special without some sort of Skylander Christmas themed merchandise upon my chest right here. I call it Skylander themed because this is actually a Spyro Christmas jumper, and the last time I checked, Spyro was a Skylander, so therefore this is the closest thing we're going to get to a Skylanders Christmas jumper. And now, with that having been said and done, let's move along to the roulette without further ado. And welcome to the roulette part of this here Christmas roulette special. We're going to kick things off by explaining exactly what a roulette is. So in other words, I have a 6-bullet revolver, and each bullet slot is a different festive Skylander, which begs the question, why is Stormblade and Ember on there whilst all the other characters are the in-game Christmas variants? Well, that is because, for Stormblade's case, it is the Snow Bright Chase variant version that we're going to be utilising. So she appears regularly in-game, but on the figurine, as you can see, it is glorious. The green and the gold contrast is really sharp and vivid. It really does stand out on the shelf for just how eye-popping it is, and on top of that, it's a really creative and well-implemented chase variant. It executes the ideas and the themes of Christmas to perfection, because she is a literal Christmas tree. That's what the green and the gold stand for, and then her blades have been turned into Christmas lights, so the whole aesthetic is just like a Christmas tree, and it's glorious. The camera is not doing this chase variant justice. And then the second chase variant is Master December. Now, don't worry, the packaging isn't damaged, because Imaginators have this genius packaging strategy where you can easily take the senseis out of the packaging and then easily put them back in as though nothing has ever changed. And this figurine, I'm glad I took it out of the box for this video, because it looks so much more glorious up close. The colours are so sharp and contrasting, and the plastic used, it's translucent at the helmet here, and it looks just absolutely incredible. Once again, another fine execution of Christmas themes and Christmas colours. And then, like I said earlier, for the rest of the 4 characters within the 6-bullet revolver are simply the 4 Christmas in-game variants we got from Swap Force onwards, which is why I'm playing here in Imaginators, because that means we gain access to Jingle Bells, Chonky Mage, as well as Master December, which you saw just there. Now, that begs the question, what happens when an element of the area switches? Well, when the element of the area switches, I switch out for the next Skylander currently up in the Roulette, so the next character in for revolver. So every time I switch from Jolly Bumble Blast, I will always be switching to Winterfest Lobstar. Then when the next element of the area pops up, I'll be switching out to Snowbite Stormblade, then Mistletoe Diveclops, and we just keep rotating around that circle. And when an element of the area activates, rather than it being determined as to which Skylander I place on the portal, instead it determines which challenge I shall be tackling. So for Magic, it's a random challenge based on the other 9 challenges available. I switched that from the original Spyro's Adventure Roulette because I put a lot of time and effort into upgrading and leveling up these characters, and I didn't want to see that undone, which is why Magic is now the random challenge. Then for Earth, I need to hold the controller upside down. Don't mind me as I check my notes over here. When water pops up, I can only use primary attacks. For fire, it's what I call the Christmas treat. That is where I get to bring out my favourite Skylander, Legendary Igniter, and I get to play as him for a little bit. Now, the game is currently set to normal difficulty, so that then I can actually get through these segments with relative ease for characters that are not senseis, so that's going to balance things out a bit. However, we had 2 new challenges to have to worry about, Light and Dark. So Light, I have to change the difficulty to Expert and defeat all of the enemies I come across. There is no getting out of it. It doesn't matter which Skylander winds up being for one to literally bite the bullet when Expert difficulty arises. Wherever we are on a revolver, that character will be tackling Expert difficulty no matter what. For Dark, I have to take my TV controller, which I will find in a second, and turn all of my brightness settings down to absolutely 0 on my TV. I've done a little bit of experimenting with these brightness settings, and they are basically, well, I might as well be blindfolded because of how hard it makes the screen actually physically able to see. I'll show you a brief glimpse of what the brightness looks like in Premiere Pro whilst I'm doing the edit here, but say, it does make the game nigh unplayable because nothing is any sort of visibility behind it whatsoever. But going back to our 8 base elements, for tech, whenever that pops up, I cannot use any projectiles. Then for undead, I have to invert the colours of the gameplay in the edit, so I just play that one as standard. Then for air, because the one-hit challenge turned out to be a bit too tough for Spyro's Adventure, I've changed it up so instead I can no longer jump in combat. So if I want to avoid attacks, I have to outmaneuver enemies on the arena without jumping. If I jump, I fail the challenge. And we're going to talk about what happens when I fail challenges in a bit, right after I explain it. The live challenge means I simply cannot eat food. If I eat food, I fail the challenge. I also fail the challenge whenever a Skylander is defeated in combat. But I can switch back to that Skylander again when they pop up on the roulette once more, unless in the same level we lose all 7 characters, well, all 6 characters in the roulette. I don't know where I got 7 from. But say, that is pretty much a general gist of how it works, and say, for the magic element, whenever that pops up, I have to pick one of the 9 random challenges of all the other elements. So, when I fail a challenge, what happens is that I pick a random name from a bundle of Skylanders I have to be added to a giveaway pool. At the end of the video, all of the Skylanders in that giveaway pool will be eligible for the giveaway, details of which will be left until the very end. So if you want to know how to enter this giveaway and win the bundle of characters for yourself that are chosen at random in this video whenever I fail a challenge, you're going to have to wait till the end of the video to see how you can enter into this competition, and more importantly, how you can claim your prize should you win. Now, we've introduced for 12 Days of Skylands, and we've introduced the Skylanders Imaginators Christmas Roulette. Without further ado, I reckon it's about time I placed onto the portal Bumble Blast, his jolly iteration to be more specific, where we have a perfect swarm and an Easter hat atop of him for some reason. But I have my centre hat on, I think that's Christmas representation enough. We're even connected to the Imaginator servers. Now, would you look at that?
Nice.
Michael Roslin, what are you doing in my Christmas special? Enough of that. What we're going to do here is we're going to be tackling 6 brain challenges, because, you know, it's 12 Days of Skylands, but it's also a 6-bullet revolver. So the idea and the theme of 6s and 12s They're gonna loot in this video, you know, after all, 6 is half of 12 last time I checked, so 6 characters, 6 challenges from the brain. Ooh, that sounds like fun. So we have an arena for our first challenge, and once we get through all 6 brain challenges, we are going to have finished the Christmas Roulette special. Brain has some very interesting things for us to do. We're going to kick things off with the arena. I think that'll be a good start. Now, Jolly Bumbleblast is killed off here, which is a possibility given how tough Imaginators can be for what I call Nerfinators. Every character that came out before Imaginators is a Nerfinator because they nerfed them. It was brutal. They wanted to really encourage you to buy those senseis by making them so much more overpowered than every other Skylander that you already had in your collection. It was pathetic, really. And then they went on ahead and resold those Nerfinators in triple packs, which cost the same as 2 senseis anyway. So why would you buy a triple pack with all of them when you can instead just buy 2 senseis? The champion packs had no purpose. They just wanted to get rid of all of their excess stock from warehouses, no doubt. But yeah, let's hope Jolly Bumbleblast, man, I'm stuttering galore for this here Christmas special. With that being said, if he dies, then the challenge has failed, and we add 1 Skylander to the giveaway pool, which, like I said earlier, will be selected at random from my bundle of doubles. This guy is going down, that's what he gets for looking at me funny. Oh, wow! Maybe Adventure is a bit too easy for this guy. I mean, he is obliterative. No matter which game you're playing Bumbleblast in, he is going to be good. It helps that the enemies are really slow, so they have no chance at attacking me. And also, when Imaginators and Senseis are stronger, there basically just is no challenge. It has to be dependent upon an element showing up. In fact, I don't even switch around on the 6-bullet revolver roulette. I instead just stick to the character I'm currently playing as. And if there was a challenge active in the previous area, I think what we'll do is we'll have that carry over into the Sensei or Imaginators area as well. But because we haven't had a challenge active yet, or a switch out, we are going to just stick with regularly scheduled Imaginators gameplay here on the Christmas Roulette special. Let me know in the Premiere chat, or better yet in the comment section below, what you're doing for Christmas. I sincerely hope you're enjoying it and you're spending, you know, some much needed time with family, or better yet, you're just taking the day off to relax and de-stress from school or work. Either way, I wouldn't be surprised if you weren't actually here for the live premiere. I'd expect for you to be spending Christmas with those that you love rather than spending it with me, even though I'm honoured if you are spending the premiere alongside me. No doubt a bunch of people are just jumping in for a couple of seconds to wish each other Merry Christmas, and that alone is very much appreciated. Your support really humbles me, and at Christmas time, that's really when it hits me. And I'm all the more appreciative for it, because 'tis the season to be jolly and all that. I have no reason to be negative about things right now. Wow, especially when Jolly Bumbleblast is being this much of the beast, mind you. I almost feel sorry for these folks. Not for Fire Spellpunks, for Plant Dudes. For Fire Spellpunks, I could never feel sympathy for. And man, am I glad this isn't an air challenge from Spice Adventure right now, because doing this without taking any hits, boy, that'd be torture. Speaking of torture, we now have the sheep enemies. Be nice to me, it's Christmas. I can't even see my health bar right now because my face cam is in the way of the health bar. So I'm just going to have to hope that it's not been reduced to 0. Luckily my hopes paid off. My Christmas hopes came true. Victory, it is ours. Well, 100% given that we just won. Hey, dude, chill. Great minds think alike. Well, not chill. Chill Bill, to be specific. We're not playing with Chill, not today. She doesn't have a Christmas variant, unfortunately. Even though she would have made for a really good debut of the Christmas in-game variant. So I'm kind of surprised they gave her a legendary rather than an in-game Christmas variant. Especially since the Water Element already had a legendary. Did it really need another one? Imagine like a light core Jolly Chill with a candy cane rather than her regularly scheduled ice javelins. She could be green and gold, or red and white like Jolly Bumbleblast, or but yeah, she could have a combination of all the colours, green, red, and white. Red and white are more associated with Christmas now than they used to be, obviously from Santa Hat and candy canes. But the old Christmas colours used to be green heavily, you know, Christmas trees are green. It wasn't until Coca-Cola changed Santa Claus's colours to red for their marketing, and then their marketing became so iconic that the characters, you know, representation from that point onwards, after Coca-Cola turned him red, he's remained red ever since. Does he give us the arena challenge every time? I don't think we need to keep up with these arena challenges because otherwise the other characters aren't going to be able to be revolved out. The arena challenges never have any elements behind them, I don't think so. Elements? Where did I get elements from? So when it comes down to it, I'd rather tackle a challenge where these elements are going to shift up, where it's going to give me some challenges to actually tackle. And like I say, we can switch out characters based on where they are positioned in for Roulette. So we can finally see some screen time for someone whose name isn't Jolly Bumble Blast. Here we go with more of the loading screens. And it's Mags herself. Ooh. No, not bad news, even bad news. That being said, I'm going to skip over this unnecessary deep spew without further ado. You guys want to see gameplay, not sitting around listening to Mags, as good as Mags is. Okay, looks like Winterfest Lobstar is going to have to tackle the game on Expert. So we'll start by switching out to him. Yeah, Starbright, Starfight, alright. Which is a bit of a rhyme, therefore making me purr without even knowing it. But without further ado, let's check out the options here and raise up the difficulty to Expert. I forgot to put the difficulty onto Adventurer, which is why Bumble Blast Arena was as easy as it was. Whoopsie! Won't make that mistake again, but ultimately it doesn't matter all too much. In fact, to make up for lack of challenge in that arena, I will even add one Skylander to the giveaway pool, so let's figure out who that's going to be at random. Okay, so we're going to start things off by quickly scrolling through these names, and as you can see, every single Skylander from that bundle is within this here wheel of names, and we are going to click the spin and find out who our first giveaway character shall be. So taken from that bundle and placed into the giveaway pool is going to be none other than Series 1 Bash by the looks of it. So I hope y'all are in the mood for winning a Bash tonight, because he seems to be the first character up for grabs in that there giveaway pool. And just like that, we're back to our regularly scheduled Skylanders Imaginators Christmas Roulette gameplay. Oh wow, this guy is fast. Oh, ask you shall receive, I suppose. Anyway, let's get mashing for Expert, and we can't let these detonators ruin Christmas. Oh, shit, we gotta watch out for those before they blow me up. I'm a boiled lobster, not a blown up lobster, apparently. Okay, let's be mashing once again. Oh, that's cute. Maybe Chaos should spend Christmas with his bombs if he loves them so much. Okay, here we go. Let's take them all out. Bye-bye, little Bone Chompy, or Wilfred, as he's now known. And I've got to adjust my stick back and forth, or fail it miserably. Why did it have to be the left stick? And why are Chompies back here? Does there really need to be this many stinking Chompies? Oh, I want the key. Thank you very much. Now blow up the Chompies. Okay, this time can you give me something other than jousting the left stick back and forth? The right stick is fine. The left stick is just awkward. Okay, sweet. We finally took that guy down. I have no idea what Lobster's health is at, because like I said earlier, I cannot see the health bar, given that my face cam is currently blocking it. Boom! Man, that used to deal so much stupid damage in Trap Team. I miss Trap Team. Let's take them all out. Grab the pizza. Yes, sorry. And now let's do this quickly. Why did it have to be left stick again? Okay, luckily we was able to mash in time of getting out of the way of the spotlight. Boom! Take that, and the spotlight has been finished. We love to see it. We love to see it. Now we have yet another bomb. We just have 7 of these to worry about, and we're already halfway there. We did 3 before this one, and we have 3 more to do after it. Oh man, there's so many enemies around. Did this have to be for the light element challenge, where expert difficulty is acquired? It's made all the more harder by the fact that Winterfest Lobstar right here is a Nerfinator. Okay, my stars just kind of got deflected from that surface right there. I thought this guy was nerfed enough without his attacks, you know, bouncing and ricocheting off of things that they're not supposed to. Let's, without further ado, deal with this bomb over here. His name is Bomb, or did he say Bob? Either way, I wonder how many brain cells it took to come up with that name. Okay, one final king. Well, how about we go and sort that out then, whilst also watching out of the way of the explosions, like I just did, even though I got a little too close to comfort at the end there. Boom, let's open that up, and already we have 1 scar on the giveaway, or 1 scar within the giveaway pool, I should say, for making the stupid mistake and tackling that arena on easy when it was meant to be on normal. I gotta be generous and make up for my mishaps. Christmas is all about redemption, let's not forget. That is the arc John McClane goes through in Die Hard. And Die Hard is a Christmas movie, so therefore it has to be true that Christmas is, you know, in one way or one form or another, all about redemption. Those are, you know, typical themes for Christmas stories, Christmas movies, just anything Christmas related pretty much has elements of redemption kind of seeped in there. Ooh, a reward? Well, we do not mind if we do. I got myself a present for Christmas, an ultimate present. Wow, Max is feeling real generous this Christmas. She gave us a metal bone shoulder pad for Christmas this year. Wow, that's one hell of a gift to find under the tree. I hope all of you are appreciating your Christmas and getting for presents from Santa you really wanted this year. Overall, I'm just hoping for positive vibes in your household period, because that would be awesome. You can't really get much better than something positive, because something being positive means that it can't possibly be negative. Now what we have is the town missions. Boy, I hate the town missions. Especially when there's tons of problems. Not tons of problems, anything with tons of problems. I wouldn't call it a good place there, Brain. You know, I wouldn't call that place much of anything besides maybe a nightmare. So let's pop back this way some more then, and let's also take our difficulty back off of expert. It no longer needs to be on that difficulty, given that the light challenge is no longer active. I gotta admit, Winterfest Lobster kind of beasted it that last round. But without further ado, let's check out Troubletown. Troubletown is troubled. You've got to go through, save everyone for Christmas. That will be their Christmas gift, not having to deal with the tyranny of evil. Oh, freaking Gumbus, I'm going to skip over you unnecessary deep stew right now. I don't have time for this on Christmas, this unnecessary deep stew. Anyway, what's going to be useful here is that we do get the convenient air buff of Snowbright, Stormblade being of the air element, corresponding with the current air power zone, is what they're called, technically speaking. Officially, they are called power zones. But say, I cannot jump in combat, I can only jump in platforming. Luckily for me, Stormblade has a really good dodging ability, so I should be able to outmaneuver these guys with ease. I just got to be careful not to jump by accident. I got to break my habits, because if I jump, I fail a challenge and add a Skylander to the giveaway. To the giveaway pool. Again, chosen from random based on a bundle of Skylanders I have. Get him! Get him! Get him! Oh, crap. I should have dodged that, and yet here I am failing to do so. I am ashamed of myself. I need redemption. Again, that being a Christmas theme and all that. A theme of Christmas. There's a theme in Die Hard, and if Die Hard is a Christmas movie, therefore it has to be one of the most Christmassy themes out there. You don't get much more Christmassy than Die Hard. Okay, looks like we got this to do. Now, this is not combat, so I am entitled to jump here for platforming should I need it. Wow, this is taking a sweet merry time to get down here. Luckily, though, I don't even need to jump. I can just dash straight to it, so I'm avoiding jumping at all costs, even during platforming segments of all things. Tech! Alright, so tech is no projectiles, and the problem here is that Diveclop's entire moveset is based around projectiles. So luckily for me, whenever this occurs, I can just skip that part of Roulette to a character who can attack without the need of projectiles. And luckily for us, Chompy Mage does have a few attacks which aren't projectile based, so we're going to switch out for him. And hopefully we'll get back round to Mistletoe Diveclops on the Roulette later on. So I can't use his primary attack as that's a projectile, but everything else on the other hand is fair game. Wow, that's one hell of an attack. We're just going to let those grenades do our job for us. Now that we're up close and personal with these fellas. Yeah, take this to the face, suckers. Let's get out of that. And now let's push this into place. Boom. Shake the room. Oh boy, that would hurt if it hit me in the face. Luckily for me, it didn't hit me in the face. Never mind, it hit me in the face. And now I have instant regret. Man, this guy really loves hitting me. I can jump now. I don't need to stop jumping no more. But you know what? I feel like continuing to not jump. You know, that's kind of always on the back of my mind. And the more I get into the habit of not jumping now, the easier it will be for the air challenges. Okay, more destruction time. I can even dash forward. Dash and attacks aren't projectile attacks. I have to get up close and personal. I accidentally used a projectile right there, so that's going to be one extra Skylander added to the giveaway pool. Let's find out who it's going to be at random right now. So without further ado, it's time to spin that wheel and find out who our second Skylander to be added to the giveaway pool is. And that Skylander is going to be none other than, by the looks of it, Series 3 Robotor. So it looks like our first blue base is being added to the giveaway pool, and we get confetti and all that gloriousness along with it. Okay, we are back. Just took a nasty hit from a grenade, but we're going to shake it off. This attack, you have to get so close to personal for it to land. We're not going to count it as projectile. And this definitely isn't projectile. As you can tell, it's only dealing damage to enemies that are right within its direct vicinity. And also, the dash attack will not be classed as a projectile neither, but when I pressed the primary attack button by accident, failing to break habit, that was projectile, and that's why the challenge stacked up and we added another Skylander to the giveaway pool. Luckily for me though, unlike the Spirals Adventure Roulette, we don't need to worry about the Skylanders being kicked out of Roulette entirely whenever we fail a challenge. We just continue on with what we were doing. The only time we need to switch out a Skylander for the next one on the Roulette is whenever the element of the area changes and I have a new challenge to tackle, or whenever a Skylander dies. It's kind of hard to play as them if they are defeated in battle after all. So that was our third challenge. We are halfway through with 2 Skylanders having been added to the giveaway pool. 2 random Skylanders at that. Let's say we got to go back to the brain, all the way back there. It sure is convenient that you travel quite quickly here in the MAP. Man, I really wish you could decorate the MAP of Legendary Treasures like you could in Superchargers. Maybe then I could, you know, splice this place up with a little bit of Christmas joy and Christmas spirit. But unfortunately, Jingle Bells, Chomping Mage, and my Christmas hat here is going to have to be Christmas enough. Because this is premiere on Christmas Day of all things, 8 PM UK time. Trouble Town or Dungeons. No good choices either way, but we're going to go over Dungeons this time. Switch things up because we went Trouble Town on the last one, so we might as well take advantage and do something different this time around. Let's pop down here. We're right up nearby the water round, but we're not going to bother tackling that because we're busy with the brain challenges. Ooh. So without further ado, let's see what this is going to have to offer. I love the fact that I created this background from scratch, and the background is the same background as my temporary channel icon for 12 Days of Skylands, which is pretty cool. But I made it practically from scratch. I only used a couple of assets from the Spirals Adventure Roulette background, and we might not even tackle every challenge in the end here, so not even every icon is going to have its importance. I don't even know what I'm going to do for the dark icon yet. I was thinking blackout, but that could confuse you into thinking that I switch out for blackout or dark segments, which is not the challenge whatsoever. It would be as hard a challenge because playing as blackout I could at least see the screen still, but playing with the screen on minimal darkness, or minimal brightness I should say, full darkness, say I might as well be blindfolded with how little of the screen I can see when it's as dark as that. It's because of the lack of contrast, you know, the colours don't contrast each other, the screen is completely dark, there's no colour to it whatsoever, and water is primary attacks only for Master December to be tackling. Luckily for us, her primary attack is good, and I can also use her jumping primary attack, so this one right here, because it's not an air challenge, and this is still a primary attack. I just got to make sure not to accidentally use any of the other attacks based on habit. And yet somehow, using Ember's primary attack only is still more overpowered than most other Nerfinators in this game. Oh, there's a fella back there, we got to rescue these plumbers, so let's go help him out. You're welcome. This feels more like a horror special than a Christmas special. Unfortunately, they don't really have Christmas themed like brain levels in this game. Oh, a key, that's convenient. I needed a key. The game must have known. Hey, that was rude. Stop hitting me. Oh, he continues to hit me. Yeah, these guys are so uncalled for. Luckily, I can still use my Skychu whenever I feel like it, so that I shall take advantage of. But for now, let's just worry about rescuing the plumber. Wow, that's a Christmas miracle. I leveled up, no doubt, when my health was starting to get pretty low. Not that I can see it. So let's open this up and see what lies in wait. Woo. Yes, Mr. Plumber, that I can hear. That is exactly what I plan on doing. Now let's take Ember off of the portal because the element of the area has changed once more. We have Jolly Bumble Blast for Undead, where I get to play the game regularly, but I'm going to invert the colours in the edit. A simple enough challenge for me to have to worry about, but it's going to look incredibly sick in the edit. Like, seriously, I'm jealous that you guys get to see the gameplay the inverted colours of gameplay right now, and I do not. because the inverted colours look so much more cooler than the regular ones. Well, maybe not cooler, but they certainly look different, and it's a welcomed change-up, shall we say. Okay, let's kill him some more. Yeah, baby. I'm kind of surprised that I didn't, by habit, press something that wasn't a primary attack with Ember. It's not another Gilgrunt situation from Spyro's Adventure Roulette. So yeah, it makes me glad that now only 2 Skylanders remain in the giveaway pool for now. It seems weird that I'm rooting against Skylanders being added to the giveaway pool, but I'm not made of money. The more Skylanders in that giveaway pool, the more money I lose, because those Skylanders cost me money in the first place. I need money to buy Christmas gifts. But hey, it makes a nice Christmas gift for whoever wins them, so there is that. Plus, I just want to show off in the game. I want to show you guys that I'm not the terrible Skylanders player, which probably nobody believes I am, but I believe I am, so it's more to prove to myself that I am capable of pushing Be Good at Video Game Burn, and to do that I need to fail as few of these challenges as possible. And there we go. Help you specifically. Well, looks like we're doing that. Apparently this works. No pleases, no thank yous.
Which means thank you in a language I just made up.
Oh, what do you know? We did get a thank you after all. You see, manners matter. It's like giving gifts, you know. It's okay to ask for gifts. At the end of the day, if you don't ask, how can you possibly expect to receive? But never expect gifts. And also, when you don't appreciate a gift, it's, well, not when you don't appreciate a gift. When someone gives you a gift that you don't necessarily like, or that you didn't want. It's okay to not like a gift. What's not okay, however, is to be unappreciative of it. Regardless of whether you like the gift or not, you should damn well appreciate it. Someone put some thought and effort into that. Let's be dashing away, because now, what's the water attack again? Primary attacks only, so we'll use primary attacks only from this point forward now that I've gone on ahead and failed another challenge. Looks like another Skylander is going to be added to the giveaway pool at random. Okay, so it's time to spin this wheel without further ado and find out who our third Skylander being added to the giveaway pool is. So as the wheel comes to a stop, it would turn out that being added to the giveaway pool even is none other than T-Rex. That's right, a starter pack character gets the honour of being added to the giveaway pool alongside our other 2 excellent Skylanders. Primary attacks only, remember that, me. It's a shame because this guy's primary attacks get so much more powerful when you boil, but I can't boil given that that's not a primary attack and I can only use primary attacks. I can't even dash forward to gain speed, not even outside of combat. Oh, I can do this, and luckily mashing this is the primary attack button, so I can use that button just fine. I so want to dash right now. It's a force of habit. The main reason why I dashed before was not only to gain the speed, but also because I got water and tech challenges mixed up. My bad! So I suppose it's a good thing, because now it means that my giveaway bundle is now that little bit more generous, because there are 3 Skylanders within the giveaway pool. Okay, we're missing 1 final plumber, so the question is, where might he be? We've checked everything to the left there. We're back at Mouldy Hold, with water being active here. At the very least, Lobstar does get his water elemental buff from the element of the area being active that corresponds to his same exact element. Is there anything back here? This is where we found the key, wasn't it? This is the part where I find out that I am lost. Where's that last stinking plumber? Where is he hiding from me? It's the enemies he should be hiding from. Then again, him being able to hide from me guarantees that he's a good hider. Oh, speaking of which, Nightmare, you're the one who hid from me. Had you hid from me much less efficiently, you would have been saved much sooner, the idiot.
But at least we saved the crew. Didn't want that on my hands. And speaking of hands, I've got something for you.
Ooh, we have another Christmas gift. Let's check out what's another tree this year from our man Sharpfin. Very generous. I don't think he was the gift-giving type. I thought he'd be one who was more than happy to accept gifts, but not necessarily dole them out. And yet here I am, being mistaken. So no more challenges are active currently, so I can do whatever I please here in MAP, including dash forward to gain a little bit of extra speed. But already we are up to 3 on the giveaway pool. Or is it 4? I don't know, I'm losing track already. I need to do better. If I'm to prove to myself that I'm capable of pushing a Be Good video game button, I need to do better. I also need to do better with commentary. It's still too much less, but apparently that's asking for too much. Even at Christmas, that's asking for too much. So we have 2 more brain challenges to go. I wonder what the giveaway pool is going to be at the end here. Oh wow, 4th wall break. The camera did pan across the landscape right now. Oh yeah, I'm sure Brain is totally doing that, not some sort of external force above him that's coding this camera movement right now. Okay, I'll tell you what we're not doing, which is the battleship mission. So let's let me go into the battlefield mission instead. There's a big difference between a battleship and a battlefield, because one of them is bearable, the other one is not. I hate the battleship missions. I hate them with a burning passion, and I don't want to do something that I don't want to do on Christmas of all things. So we are instead going to head this way, outside the Dragon Temple. If only the one outside Scholarfell was active instead, because we could have got to it much more quickly. But you know what? This is extra watch time, and that means that I get extra YouTube ad revenue, so more money for me to buy Christmas gifts, or better yet, more money for me to spend on shipping it out the giveaway bundle to the winner. Rather difficult to actually ship it out if I don't have the money to do so. Oh, is that right, Buzz? I'm going to skip over you on this video without further ado. We got to destroy 5 towers where the tech is stronger here. We can't use projectiles for Stormblade, which is unfortunate because the only non-projectile attack she has is the dashing ability. Hopefully tech won't be active for too long before I accidentally use a projectile attack and fail the challenge. Oh! So it wasn't! What was the point in even having taken the first place if magic was going to pop up instantly afterwards? So without further ado, let's get to my laptop screen and generate a random challenge for this here magic element. So here I am with the wheel of challenges. We are going to spin without further ado and find out what the magic challenge is going to be today. Looks like Diveclops is going to have to deal with my controller being upside down. We have confetti and all sorts, so let's celebrate the fact that the magic challenge isn't absolutely abysmal. Without further ado, let's get back to the gameplay. Okay, here we are. Let's place Diveclops onto the portal, and we have to play this with our controller being upside down, mind you. Easier said than done that, given I can't even hold it upside down, apparently. Okay, inverted controls. We have inverted controls, and I will always have this in shot. That was not the attack I intended to do, because I am heavily confused. Okay, Sensei, so this challenge remains for the moment being until we get a new element that pops up, and we also remain as Diveclops along the way. Looks like Diveclops now gets that screen time we missed out on earlier. That's the jumper button. I accidentally hit the jump button right there. You can tell how confused I am. These are confusing times, I'm telling you. Why won't this just die already? It's been rather inconvenient indeed. Okay, there you go. We're doing something. We're also taking damage, which isn't highly convenient, to be perfectly honest. Let's jump out of here and then kill it some more. Watch out for the attack coming my way, which I did. Yay me. I have no idea how I managed to do that with my controller being upside down. It's convenient that I have a face cam for this, because you guys can actually see that I'm doing a challenge without any sort of cheat. Can we destroy those towers instantly with that dynamite up there? Because that would be a much more easier way to deal with it. Let's find out. It'd be so much more easier than having to aim with this character. Like, not having inverted controls and an upside down controller would be much more convenient for this guy. So R1 is not that one. It's not the right, it is left. And I know the difference between my left and right. I'm just so used to when the R1 prompt is coming up, pressing the right hand side of the controller, not the left hand side. It's part of the confusion, don't you know? Boom! Oh, it does blow them up instantly. That's so much more easier. Let's just do that from now on. That works perfectly. The question is, where might our other towers be? I saw one in the background over there, so let's go and see what that's all about. Ow! That was mean. This guy's really got to stop attacking me right now. It's very painful. Oh no! I've messed that one up. The Earth is stronger here, so it looks like we're switching out for none other than Jingle Bell's Chompy Mage, but hilariously the challenge remains the exact same, so looks like we now have some chompy power with the upside down controller. That's a lot of power right there. That chunky power, so much power, because this character is absolutely broken. Oh, that is not the attack I wanted to do. That is the attack I wanted to do. Yeah, there you go. We're going to dash right into it. Man, this guy is so much more powerful, being a sensei and all that. Oh, I was about to say we were just going to take that grenade hit like a champ, but in the end, the grenade was killed by a fellow chompy by the looks of it. Ow! Never mind, I'm taking damage. That's not very good. Ow, more damage. Okay, we can technically go up there and destroy that thing to stop it from spawning any more of these clones, but you know what? I think we'll be fine. At least I damn well hope so now that I've said that. Die! Take this stinking tower. Take it to the face! Oh, freaking grenades. I hate them so much. They are the bane of my existence. Yeah, sure, that's what it takes here, Buzz. I have no idea whether I'm on low health or not. Well, I won't be, because I'm not blinking red just yet. Ow. This is very painful. The challenge continues as the upside down controller with Jingle Bells Chomping Made, because Imaginators are stronger here. But say, this is remarkably tough. Okay, looks like we remain with Earth. We're just going to pretend that the Imaginators segment never happened because it was so short-lived and we're back to Sensei again. Wow, they change over so frequently in this level. Jump! Ow! Or just take damage. I suppose that's an alternative. We gotta go. Why is that tower so far away? We're never getting the thingy to it on time. Like that. I told you he was never getting to it on time, and I suppose I was accurate in my prediction. But say, I'm glad that now, not only do we get a Sensei buff, because last time I checked, Jingle Bells Chomping Made is a Sensei, but I'm glad that this game has the blinking, so then at least I could know I'm on low health without actually seeing the health bar. I suppose there's another challenge added to the entirety of the roulette, the fact that my face cam is currently blocking the health bar, so I never have any idea on what my Skylanders health is at. Trust me, it does make it that much more harder. So we have destroyed 5 towers successfully, and we can finally flip my controller the right way around. Whew. Yeah, the upside down control makes things a lot more tougher than meets the eye. You can trust me on that. But at least this time we managed to get through this completely unscathed. No more Skylanders to be added to the giveaway pool today. We remain at 3 or 4 whatever I was at beforehand, which I constantly seem to keep forgetting. But now we have only one more brain mission to be tackling. Woo! How exciting indeed. For Skylanders Creator app, yeah, that asset's been shut down, so... Man, Christmas tragedy, being reminded of what we've lost over Christmas time. Then again, I suppose that's for one downside to Christmas, because it's just such, there's such emphasis placed on family over Christmas. And, you know, it's the idea of being together. It's also a massive reminder of anyone you've lost. Like, it hurts the most at Christmas knowing that they aren't there alongside you. And that's the one downside to Christmas, I suppose. The fact that it does remind you of what you've lost. But that just goes to show that you should take every living second, not for granted. And so... you should always make time for loved ones. You never know in life. Anyone could die tomorrow. That is the true fact of life. Anyone could die tomorrow. No matter how competent you are at living, no matter what you think about chance or luck, anyone could die tomorrow. Including you. Make the most of the time you have. You don't have all the time in the world. Time is a finite thing. But enough of getting all sobby here in Christmas. We're going to end off on a high note with the arena. Yeah, sure thing, Brain. Whatever you have to say, mate. Whatever you have to say. If only if the arena had elemental switch up. Because I would love to tackle the arena as Ember. But I think that's just clearly asking too much now, isn't it? So let's go into the battle arena without further ado. Where Chomping Mage is going to absolutely obliterate some folk. And if he dies along the way... that'll be another Skylander added to the giveaway pool, but I have faith, given just how overpowered Jingle Bells Chomping Mage is, and so far we haven't had to use Sky Chi, we haven't had to fall back upon it, so maybe I can keep up that momentum with this final arena challenge. This is true, I'm not a lava barfer. I could have been a lava barfer for all you know, so that is making an assumption right there. If I was playing as a Raptor, boy, you would have been made a real ass out of for assuming such things, and then turns out I was thrown back in your face because I was playing as Love Bar for up to the entire time. What does make me sad is the Christmas treat never popped up. I never got my Christmas treat, which means that I never got to play as my boy Igniter, and I rather quite enjoyed playing as my favourite Skylander, so that would have been a really great Christmas treat. Unfortunately, fire just was never meant to be. Okay, you guys have got to go, man. Boom. Boom, shake the room, yeah? Okay, let's take him out, let's take him out! Oh, wow, I'm taking a lot more damage than I would like, to be perfectly honest with all of you. But this character is so much fun to play as. Hopefully, what ends here is something on a high note and not a character being defeated in battle. That's not exactly what I call a high note. That's more depressing than anything. Again, it reminded me this Christmas of who I lost because of the emphasis placed on being together. I'm together with all my Skylanders, but, you know, knowing that Chocolate Mage was lost along the way, that would just be, you know, the absolute dictionary definition of depression right there. You look up dictionary definition of depression, and that right there is the exact scenario that you see for loss of Jingle Bell's Chocolate Mage in the arena we are currently tackling. I think this guy's a bit too good for this difficulty. I think this difficulty is below him, and yet here I am still taking hits anyway. But that's because I can tank hits in this difficulty like a champ. I would be playing a lot more cautiously if we were on a higher difficulty, mind you. That goes without saying. Okay, cool, those guys going down. I do like that these aren't just regular arena challenges. They do give you something more. Like in this case, you have the lava pit in the middle. The last one had these spikes for Jolly Rumble Blast's challenge when he tackled this. You guys have got to go, man. You've got to go. Yeah, baby, that's more like it. And this is our third and final round, as well as the final combat challenge for the Christmas, for the Skylanders Imaginators Christmas Roulette special. I really need to stop dying here. But, you know, these sheep are making that easy said than done. Man, I hate the sheep. I hate them so much. And now I understand what Hugo was talking about all these years. Hugo warned us, we didn't listen, and now this is our karma. Okay, let's kill him. If only we could play a Christmas prank on Hugo, involving around sheep, that'd be hilarious. It's not much better than a Christmas prank. I am lying, of course. Christmas pranks kind of suck. Like, for parents who buy the box of, like, a really expensive gadget or console that their kids really want, and then they just fill it up with rocks as a prank, that's not funny. Those are the kind of parents who just want to see the world burn. Like, why would you ruin Christmas? That kid is just going to be upset for no good reason whatsoever. The kids take it very seriously. They, you know, surprise, surprise, like having good Christmas, they like having good presents at Christmas. So when you take that away from them, so cool. And if they are spoiled and they expect expensive gifts, then that is, again, a showcase of parenting right now. You know, no kid should be expecting rich gifts unless you've brought them up spoiled. You can't blame everything with a parent, no. You know, kids have minds of their own, and they are capable and much more smarter than people let on. Never forget that. Is that right, Eruptor? Is that right? Just, oh, Skylander! Where art thou, Skylander? I'm right in front of him. So, maybe his screen is as dark as mine would have been had the dark shown up at some point and created that challenge for me to have to tackle. But fortunately for me, I got through this without having to tackle a lot of different challenges actually, which begs the question, why did I even create graphics for those challenges on my Roulette background in the first place? Bit of a waste. I even changed up the controller icons for water and Earth, since now, rather than having the Xbox controller to showcase what the challenge entails, I had the God of War Ragnarok controller and everything. But with that being said and done, this here, Skylanders Christmas Roulette, is coming to an end. So I think it's about time I talked about that giveaway. Let's get to the giveaway pool, and now you guys can discover for yourselves how to enter. I wish you all luck. So here we are with the final giveaway pool, and it's much smaller than I was expecting given my obsession with failing to push the Be Good at Video Game button. But regardless, I don't think I was tricking anyone with this, because my intention for the entire time was actually to give away the entire bundle. Yeah, that's right, the roulette meant nothing, it was just all for the sake of having a good laugh. But with that being said and done, I suppose you all want to know now how you're supposed to enter this giveaway. Well, first of all, you got to make sure you're subscribed to the channel, and second of all, leave me a comment on this video asking to be entered into the giveaway, and you could be in with a chance of winning this entire bundle. You see before you, a bunch of them are Spyro's Adventure characters, but those of you who never got Spyro's Adventure when it first came out, perhaps you're missing a few of these. So I wish you all grandiose look. And for those of you curious as to when I'm going to be announcing the winner for this giveaway, it's going to be part of my live stream to conclude the 12 days of Skylands. So in other words, you have over the 12 days of Skylands to enter upon this giveaway, and you can do so, like I said earlier, by commenting in the comment section below, asking nicely to be entered into the giveaway, mind you. So I wish you all luck, and without further ado, we're going to roll that outro. I cannot, in good conscience, end off this video without first thanking all of my incredible channel members whose continued support help make these videos possible. Without them, these videos would be near impossible to make, so from the bottom of my heart, I truly appreciate every last one of them. If you enjoyed this video and would like to see more, there are plenty of options on screen now to explore, and please consider subscribing to keep up to date with all my content. On that note, this video is coming to an end, so thank you so much as always for watching. Until the next video arises, peace!